So, recruitment and engagement have always been a challenge for companies. And there's been a growing trend of data on engaged employees at sustainability focused companies. In fact, we also spoke about it in one of our previous episodes. But in this episode, I wanted to focus more on recruitment. Like, do you think the same rules apply to recruitment as well?
There is a lot of data showing that employees want to work at companies that care about sustainability. Like
Hmm.
you said, we've spoken before about employee engagement and how sustainability makes employees more engaged. Yeah, so there's data from Switch that I think we've spoken about before. 40% of millennials will take one
Hmm.
job over another because of sustainability.
Right.
So, from a recruitment perspective, if you're a candidate choosing between companies, you're likely to pick the sustainable option. And
Hmm.
then, just the fact that millennials care about sustainability and that millennials will be 75% of the workforce by
Hmm.
2025. It's important to engage on those issues if you're looking to recruit millennials.
Hmm.
The other indicator that I think points to this is just the number of job boards focused on B Corps, climate-based careers is really indicative of this change. And I mean, when I'm at networking events or meeting students or
Hmm.
people in kind of early stages of careers, people want to work at a place where they can make a difference. They want to work at companies that,
Right.
are purpose driven and are doing right by the planet, and they're actively looking for jobs where that's the case. And I think they're kind of ignoring places where they aren't the case.
Okay. So you have seen it firsthand as well. It's not just the research. And what about data from companies? Like, what's the employer perspective on this situation?
So I saw a spokesperson from Patagonia
Okay.
saying that, I mean, they get hundreds of applicants per job, which they love because then they get to pick the best of the best. But they get
Right.
hundreds of applicants because so many people want to work at Patagonia, at a
Hmm.
conscious company like that. Same with companies that are B Corp certified. They have spoken out saying they didn't really realize that the B Corp certification would help them with recruitment and finding talent. But just having that seal means that people come to them. They don't have to go
Okay.
searching. So I think
Hmm.
companies are definitely aware of it, and smarter ones are using it to their benefit for recruiting.
Okay. I think Patagonia is a great benchmark. So thanks for highlighting that. And lastly, so where and how can these companies get started if they want to share sustainability for recruiting with their prospective employees?
So I think it's important for companies to let employees know what they're doing. So I
Hmm.
recommend that companies actively talk about sustainability initiatives at their company. Make
Hmm.
it clear on your careers page what you're doing. If people are coming in through that careers page, making sure that you're amplifying that on there. I
Okay.
know one Epic company you interviewed had
Yeah.
videos of employees
Hmm.
talking about sustainability. That
Right.
kind of thing is great for recruitment.
Hmm.
And then like these, climate job boards, there's B Corp focused job boards. Post on those boards. I think that is another way of showing that, you're making an impact,
Hmm.
and employees can see that. So I think that the one thing to sort of be wary of is that candidates are smart.
Yeah.
And when you're looking for a job, you're in a unique position as you're comparing companies across industries, and
Hmm.
you're really looking at competitors.
Yeah.
So as a company, you need to be aware that an employee is looking at probably your competitors, and they're looking at
Hmm.
other sustainable companies in the space.
Yeah.
So it's your responsibility to make sure that you're not greenwashing or sharing something that
Hmm.
you aren't doing. And I think that other opportunity is to, in the recruitment process, look at who you're losing talent to. If employees aren't picking your company to work with, where are they going and why?
Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Like for me, there were some key highlights there. Like first one was research which suggests that if candidates have to choose between companies, they would go with a more sustainable option. And as an employer, if you are sustainable and you communicate that effectively, so that increases the chance of you getting the best talent. And lastly, as you mentioned, so companies should actively talk about their sustainable initiatives with the future employees, but also stay away from greenwashing, because the employees are smart these days. Like, they know they have so much information available at their disposal, and they can easily compare companies. So companies should stay away from greenwashing. Well, thanks a lot, Eliza, for sharing all those insights with us today.
You're welcome.